As dawn breaks, the underwater reef awakens in a symphony of color, life teeming in every corner. Amidst the coral, Tilly Toby's Coral Café stands as a beacon of underwater hospitality. Schools of fish weave through the coral, their scales shimmering in the sunlight. The café, a whimsical haven, promises warmth and welcome beneath the waves. Bubbles dance towards the surface, carrying whispers of laughter. Inside the Coral Café, the air is thick with the sweet scent of pancakes. With a theatrical flourish, Toby sends a glowing pancake soaring, his playful spirit filling the café. Tilly, ever the picture of composure, announces, "We should have a bake-off. The winner gets the golden whisk trophy," Toby declares, his voice ringing with playful challenge. A vibrant bubble banner proclaims, "Bake off today," in coral letters, igniting a wave of anticipation. The café bursts into a frenzy of excitement as fish customers cheer. Amidst the cheerful chaos, Tilly's voice rings out with determination. "Let's get baking, shell brother." The Coral Café transforms into a hive of activity, filled with the promise of delicious creations. Bake-off spirit fills the café. The Coral Café buzzes with anticipation as aquatic chefs arrive, each bearing culinary wonders. A seal delicately balances a tray of miniature kelp cupcakes. A jellyfish, bell pulsating, carries a wobbly tower of shimmering jelly pies. A crab scuttles sideways, its claws working in perfect harmony to keep a crab apple crumble intact. The café falls silent, all eyes drawn to Crab's grand entrance. A wave of gasps and giggles ripples through the crowd. Crab approaches a coral table, his every step measured and deliberate. With utmost care, Crab places the crabapple crumble on the table, a masterpiece unveiled. The café holds its breath, anticipating the first taste of Crab's creation. Tilly Toby, ethereal glow. Coral jam swirls gently, a mesmerizing dance of color in the air. Seafoam flour drifts like a weightless cloud, adding to the magical ambiance. "Let's make bubble buns," Tilly exclaims, her eyes sparkling with inspiration. Toby responds with equal enthusiasm. With popping coral jam, in the heart of the Coral Café, Tilly's hands dance with the seaweed dough, a ballet of culinary grace. Toby, with a grin as bright as the café's lights, fills bubble molds with batter. Each mold glows with an ethereal light as it fills, a promise of the magic to come. They whisk with fervor, their movements a blur of culinary passion. They twirl and stir, their enthusiasm a contagious spark in the kitchen's heart. Together, they spin culinary dreams into reality, their joy as palpable as the sweet aroma in the air. Suddenly, chaos erupts as a whale-sized bubble explodes. Muffins are launched skyward, seaweed rains down, and the kitchen transforms into a sugary battlefield. Toby is instantly coated in frosting from head to toe. His footing lost, Toby begins a slippery slide across the now treacherous floor. The kitchen is now a scene of utter pandemonium, a sweet and salty disaster zone. Chaos erupts in the Coral Café, with muffins spinning wildly through the air. Toby, a small turtle with a mischievous glint, sits amidst the chaos, his shell smeared with frosting. Tilly watches the scene unfold, her expression a mix of shock and amusement. The Coral Café is filled with chaos, muffins, and seaweed everywhere. In a burst of inspiration, Tilly's eyes gleam as she points skyward, an idea bubbling in her mind. Curiosity sparks among her fish friends as they gather around, their fins twitching with anticipation. Tilly's voice rings with excitement. "Let's turn the mess into bubble crumble surprise." The café buzzes with anticipation as Tilly's words ignite a flurry of excited chatter and hopeful glances. A culinary adventure begins, promising to transform chaos into a delightful, bubbly confection. An octopus, a blur of tentacles, whips batter in a giant seashell bowl with unmatched skill. Seahorse sprinkles coral magic. Nearby, a crab chops seaweed with surprising speed and precision. Each creature smiles, a joyful collaboration unfolding in a lively baking montage. In the Coral Café, Judge Clownfish hovers gloriously, a beacon of discerning taste. Her keen eyes examine each treat with practiced precision. Her gaze lingers on Tilly and Toby's bubbly creation, a moment of anticipation. The cafe falls silent, every bubble holding its breath as judgment looms. Sunlight dances through the water, casting a magical glow upon the bustling coral cafe. Judge Clownfish's eyes widen, a radiant smile illuminating her face. "This tastes like joy," Judge Clownfish exclaims, her voice filled with wonder. Tilly and Toby stand side by side, their breath held in eager anticipation. A wave of excited murmurs ripples through the gathered crowd of sea creatures, a symphony of anticipation. The air crackles with excitement as the sea creatures await the next delightful surprise. In a moment of pure joy, Tilly, Toby unite in a heartwarming embrace. The Coral Café transforms into a vibrant spectacle of celebration. Glowing decorations bathe the scene in a warm, inviting light, enhancing the festive atmosphere. Tilly and Toby are proudly presented the golden whisk, a symbol of their shared success. Tilly and Toby share the golden whisk with all their dedicated helpers. The Coral Café glows warmly as evening descends, a haven of peace after a bustling day. Tilly pours seaweed cocoa, its rich aroma promising comfort and relaxation. Toby munches on a leftover muffin, crumbs playfully dusting his chin as he savors the sweet treat. Bathed in the cafe's warm glow, Tilly and Toby find solace in each other's company, their faces reflecting contentment. Toby, savoring the last bite, turns to Tilly, a hopeful question in his eyes. "Same time next bake?" The unspoken bond between them fills the cafe, a promise of shared moments and future bakes. See you next time under the sea.